Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here once again
with Dustbin,
and we are sitting down in the middle of moving a ton of boxes to talk about Morphe. You know, I feel like every time I open an email from Morphe, there's always some kind of like file in there. It says it's a .pdf.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Morphe, my computer does not support .pdf files.
Yeah,
like, what is going on? Send me a normal email. But there's some more drama with Morphe. For all have you heard all this drama going on with James Charles? A lot of people are saying that Morphe's canceled.
Yep. Morphe is canceled.
Yes. It really was a nice little jingle, though, for James's palette that came out.
This is such a mess, girl. You know, ABC News has picked this up.
ABC News has picked it up. BBC. I'm just waiting for like E! Online to pick it up and all those people. Like TMZ. Where is Chris Hansen?
I'm pretty sure we're going to get an insider article because I was talking to Kat yesterday. I sent her a few things.
Well, I would hope that there would be an insider article because, you know, there have been a lot of articles about other people. So these are very serious allegations and things that have been admitted to. So therefore, I do think there needs to be an insider article. And
I feel like Cosmo needs to update that article about the gender on Tinder.
I think that Nickelodeon needs to take back the Kids' Choice Award.
Oh, one would think.
You would think that they wouldn't even have like given it to him considering the allegations were already out there. But Morphe is being canceled right now, and rightfully so, because, you know, in the past when there's been drama with like Jeffree, Shane, Laura Lee even, and the water got really hot for Morphe, they immediately cut ties to save face. But now here is James, the golden boy of Morphe, who I would say that James is probably up there with Jacqueline in sales.
Oh,
I would
100%.
think so. Who do you think sells more, Jacqueline or him?
It's probably really close. I think Jacqueline probably sells more because her code. Doesn't she get a little bit more off with her code?
I have no idea.
I think she does.
I've never used it. I think that she was the original code that Morphe had.
Of course.
But a lot of people are noticing the hypocrisy and the double standard because James has literally admitted to these things and Morphe has stayed silent, has not said anything. They have not even dropped James.
They haven't even
it's crazy. But
it's not that they haven't dropped James. It's they hadn't even made a statement and acknowledged this, except they did acknowledge this a little bit yesterday.
They can't say that they don't know what's going on. Like a lot of people are like, oh, maybe they'll come on in their statement and be like, we had no idea what's happening. I call bullcrap because it's literally your number one person in sales. Probably you should know these things.
Well, didn't they edit a caption on Instagram?
No. There were 2 Instagram photos. The other day when things started to get really hot and James like admitted to everything that he has done, they posted a picture because there was going to be like a sale or something on his palette, immediately got dragged, deleted that post. And now a few days later, after all of this, they uploaded, I don't even know what the guy's name is, but he did a makeup look with the James Charles palette and they put James Charles palette in the caption and people lost it.
That's suspicious.
That's weird. And I feel bad for the guy that was in the photo because his makeup was really pretty and it's being overshadowed by the fact that James is in a lot of drama. And all the comments are literally like, we're never buying Morphe again. You support P words. What is going on? Like, why can't you say anything? So you obviously know what's happening. So in my opinion, it's looking like money is more important. But also, could it be that there is like a contract in place and they're trying to figure out things behind the scenes before they go forward and make a statement?
100% that could be the case.
But I feel like if that was the case, they could at least put something out. Like, we are looking into the allegations and everything that is going on. Please give us time to do an investigation of our own. And I think that that would be acceptable for a lot of people out there. They don't have to immediately come out and be like, we're going to sever ties with James. He's done and all of this, which is what I think a lot of people are hoping. But I mean, they did kind of do that with Jeffree, Shane, and Laura. It didn't really take that much time.
Like almost immediately.
Yeah. So
it was like maybe 2 days turnaround.
So I don't know.
But this started when? Was it back in end of January into February, and then it went into March. More stuff came out. So they've had plenty of time to know.
They've known about these type of allegations against James since 2019. It wasn't just Tati's video that came out. That was the one that was amplified the most, but there were other stories that have come out.
Yeah.
So, and it's really crazy to me because, you know, all this manipulation, and I do think that James's apology accountability video was complete manipulation. It really makes me think back to like the Dramageddon that he had with Tati, like right before that when he was in all of our DMs trying to spin a story and a narrative about what was actually going on with that guy. And now you have these things coming out and it's like, you lied to all of us, every drama channel, trying to get us to tell your side of the story and then tried to make it seem like, well, okay, can we say you sent this? No, nobody can know that I sent you these receipts. Like, you're shady.
You know what gets me? James, in this most recent video where he addresses everything, he makes a lot of callbacks to No More Lies and things like that. But then in the same video, he admits that he still was doing these types of things.
Yes.
So that totally undermines and discredits everything. But he's also made like TikToks pretty much saying, oh, I was canceled for something that didn't happen, when he knew what happened was actually true. So he's admitted that he's a liar.
Yeah, he successfully for 2 years now guilted the internet, not guilted me.
It was like he tried to pull it like, because everybody labeled this like the biggest Uno reverse card in the history of the internet. No, it was, because he did sway a lot of people, and there was zero proof in No More Lies.
There was zero proof in No More Lies.
What he did in plain sight.
I never understood how people were like, oh my God, he's vindicated. No. The only reason that people thought that he was vindicated, in my opinion, is because it was a very well put together video, and he put in the thing about mental health. 100%.
I don't even want to get into that.
I'm not getting into it, but that's exactly why because technically, when someone says that online, that's why it's the number one go-to. You can't attack that.
Yeah.
You're an asshole if you attack that. And
but
rightfully so.
You shouldn't attack that. Yes. And something else that really bothered me about this whole thing is in No More Lies, he literally weaponized being gay.
Yeah.
Because he was like, this looks so bad as a gay man, people saying and alleging these things against me. But James, you just admitted it.
You just admitted it. And I think that, first of all, being gay had nothing to do with it. No. But you're literally having like P-word behavior.
Yeah, no.
And you're admitting to it. So that looks bad for the community 100%.
We also need to note, too, that a lot of people are trying to use this as like some kind of vindication thing for Jeffrey and Shane. It's not, because they have their own bag of bullshit that they have done as well. It only became a problem to them, in my opinion, when they wanted to get rid of James. They didn't call this out. They didn't point this out of a place of concern. In my opinion, it was because there was a beef and this was something they had on.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. But at the same time, they were all the ones that tried to warn everyone, Tati, Jeffrey, and Shane. So right is right, and they technically did try to do that. But in my opinion, it was only to benefit themselves.
Yes. There's a lot of rumblings, too, about Tati, because I said I felt like an immense amount of sympathy for Tati. And a lot of people are mad at Tati, and I understand them being mad. That's a valid feeling. But the thing with Tati is, imagine having your back is up against the wall and you have people coming at you. She had James on one side and she had Shane and Jeffrey on the other. So I understand why she might have folded. A lot of people said they didn't take it Tati reconciling with James as her like undermining her argument against him. I'm not of that mindset. I think that it does undermine it, but I do think that this would possibly be a way for her to like come in and clarify things, but I don't think we'll get that, and there's reasons for that.
I think if Tati was going to come back, first of all, I've always said that I think Tati should come back and just upload a makeup tutorial and just forget the drama as much as she can. But if she's going to come back and make a video about this, because we're coming up on the anniversary once again, and that seems to be the time when these videos pop up, she should sit down and she should just say, look, I totally believe everything that I said in my original video. That's why I made my video, because I thought that there was a danger to society. But my hatred for Jeffrey and Shane for feeling like they got one over on me and put me in this position where literally my career is up in the air. Who knows if when Tati comes back, if it's going to be successful. So she got clouded in judgment and made that video siding with James because he was technically the golden boy, because everyone was like, oh, he vindicated himself.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Right? But I do think that if Tati sat down and made that kind of video, I think that that would save her a little bit more than just like uploading a random video. But it has to be honest, because, you know, Tati is an actress, and the acting in that one video that she did in 2020 about Jeffrey and Shane, that was over the top. That was like I was watching a soap opera.
I don't think we'll get that from Tati, and I'm not. I won't even be that person that tries to pressure her into that or even put that out there, because if she wants to do it, I support it. If she doesn't, I support it as well, because I just get a fraction of what Tati has gotten and went through, and it can be a lot sometimes. Oh, yeah. So I couldn't imagine being against the likes of Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, and James Charles, because if she comes back, that's another one. You know what I'm saying? Because she's made amends with James. So then it's James's fans, Shane's fans, and Jeffrey fans.
But however, now you have to look at it as she made that video in 2020 where she went after Jeffrey and Shane and said that she has had conversations with James, sat down, the video, he wanted to be there or something, or he thought that she should do it alone. I don't exactly remember. So now it looks like you're back to being buddy and friends with somebody who is admitted to P-word behavior. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword there. Like, what do you do?
100%. So, I mean, I'm trying to look at it from all angles. So will I be upset if she doesn't come back and do it? No. Would I be upset if she did it? No. Depending and hinging on what she said.
I'm here for whatever is going to happen over the coming months.
This took off and escalated so quickly. There was a point in time, like when I was making videos about all of this, and I was getting 200, 300, 400. At, I think, peak, I got 500,000 views on a video in 1 hour. That story blew up, and I don't understand why now that he's admitted to some of these things,
seems like things have been throttled.
It's whatever. And I'm not even saying that from like a creator point of view. I'm saying that as like an awareness point of view. Like the video, the likes to dislikes still to me are disproportionate for the amount of people I see outraged on Twitter about this.
I feel like people cared more because it was two people who used to be really good friends. She literally mentored him. She sat down and literally destroyed him in a video.
Oh yeah, she took him to the cleaners.
So people wanted the drama. So maybe people are more excited in drama, like more interested in the drama rather than actual crimes that are being like.
That I don't like that. I love gossip and tea as much as the next person. I'm a drama channel, right? But the fact of the matter is that James Charles still has a platform, and I tweeted at Snapchat yesterday because he admitted to doing this on Snapchat, right? He still has this platform. He's still like, he admitted that there was no change after he said he was going to change. Yeah, he's aware of what he's done. Yep. And there are no repercussions for this, it's just going to embolden him even further, in my opinion. And that is so scary.
I agree. And it'll get worse. I
could not imagine having a child and them coming to me and telling me this stuff. My kid would not be doing that social media thing.
I cannot imagine having a platform of millions of people, and another person with millions of people has now made a video about me detailing this disgusting behavior that I have participated in, getting dragged across the internet for this disgusting behavior, losing millions of subscribers, and then not even like acknowledging that and just continuing to go back to what you were doing, probably like a few days later. Yeah. Honestly, because he said that he never stopped.
Okay. I think it was Gigi with the T tweeted out yesterday something, and it made so much sense, right? You see people that get arrested for stealing milk for their kids, and they say they were desperate. That's a true act of desperation. Yep. But you have James Charles texting with minors and admitting it. And he says it was an act of desperation.
Your Honor, I was desperate.
Which do you think should go unpunished? That's food for thought.
No, that really is food for thought. This is disgusting.
It's sickening, and it's very telling. Whoever continues to support James Charles going forward after he admitted
I will say this, that it's very telling who in the beauty community is not speaking.
Oh yeah, that too. But let's get this out of the way too, because I've seen a lot of people talking about this. They're using the argument that these kids lied to him. So what if he lied to them?
Yep.
If they lied to him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it's still his due diligence, and he still should not be picking from the pool of people that follow him to talk to. And then he had this whole TikTok bachelor thing. What is TikTok full of? Kids. Teenagers.
Well, you know that Instagram now has that feature that I saw that you can select like who exactly can message you and stuff, like age range. Yeah. So now there is literally no excuse to messaging these people.
Aside from just that, you have the whole situation with Tinder where he changed his gender.
Yeah.
It's one thing after the next. I would not be surprised. Ant's reading was very spot on.
Yeah, that's right. Go watch Aphrodite's reading, you guys. I'm going to link it below.
The video that he put out, I believe it was yesterday. I watched it. If any of that comes true, girl, we're in for a mess. And James Charles, like, if there is no repercussions, you cannot apologize for a crime.
No,
you can't apologize for a crime.
Who sits down and does an accountability video for messaging minors. That's what like throws me off about this. And I think it's very telling how the beauty community is not speaking up about this, because when there was drama with Jeffree, and I know I said this in another video, but when there was drama with Jeffree and Shane, it was, we're dropping our codes. We're not going to be affiliated with Morphe anymore unless you get rid of Shane and Jeffree right now.
But yeah, let's jump back really quickly to the people that need to speak out. Like there's a bunch of people that are still supporting James, and they're have to be fully aware.
But since this video is about Morphe, I'm just wondering why there was all of that. Like, we're not going to support this brand anymore. Our codes are going to be dropped. And then Morphe was like, no, that's not going to happen. But it's crickets, because James Charles has literally admitted to things. Where is everyone? Where you at? Hello? Where you at?
Let me in, please.
Like, and then I'm like, because I asked on Twitter, I was like, is it because he has too much power behind the scenes that you're scared? Because what are you scared of? He literally admitted to these things.
I don't know.
What is he going to do? Or, I don't know. Morphe needs to get it together. Morphe, they won't. And it seems, and a lot of people are upset with them also because they're still supporting Nikita. So, I don't know, you guys. Let us know all of your thoughts and opinions down below.
Yeah. Please.
And that's it for this video.
Yeah.
A mess.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.